Good afternoon and welcome to a review of one of the most anticipated shows of the summer. One that defines everything about zombies, and I still say to this day, best anime of the summer. Zom 100 Bucket List of the Dead. And we're on episode 2, by the way. And mind you, as a fan of the show, and all the freaking volumes of Zom 100, we are back and with a second episode. Now, last week was so freaking awesome. Words cannot describe how I feel about Zom 100. I said before in my videos that Zom 100 Bucket List of the Dead was going to be the most hyped zombie show since High School of the Dead. And I love High School of the Dead. It is my religion. I have High School of the Dead as one of my top 5 greatest animes of all time. And it's in my top 3. I kid you not. And again, going back to High School of the Dead, it was a show that redefines what it is in the zombie apocalyptic world. The pros and the cons, the do's and the don'ts. But when Zom 100 came out, I freaking loved it. Everything about it. It's like they took a situation like this. And made it into a comedy standpoint of why this show is so good that you can't throw it away. Now, last week's episode was your run-of-the-mill Akira, a free 24-year-old Akira working 3 years straight with 100% stress of work, didn't get no sleep. He had a shot with a woman who was a thought, by the way, who was the boss's mistress, keeps sleeping with the boss. So I don't know why people like this chick. I hope she doesn't get a bunny figure, by the way. And proud as even though he got dumped, got that big L, he went to her to see her as a zombie. But again, it's like he sees the world as a zombie apocalypse and he could do anything he wants before he's a zombie. And that's what this bucket list is all about. And again, I forgot to mention this. Last week was a pilot episode. It was a pilot episode leading towards the zombie apocalypse and what Akira's gonna do. So let's get right to it. Episode 2 review of Zom 100 Bucket List of the Dead. Okay, so for what we covered on Zom 100, you only covered Akira of the Dead, and then there's the Bucket List of the Dead. Now, these chapters are really good, especially from the series. The series now is on that point where it's covering all of the chapters, which they did, by the way, leading towards this chapter, with this of the page. So, and for them, there's like they continue. It's like from episode 1 was covering chapter 1, and now episode 2 is covering. Episode 2 is covering the Bucket List of the Dead. So that's how it's gonna be. So Akira wakes up from a horrible nightmare of his dick of a boss. Trust me, you're not gonna like it. Dick of a boss, just pounding his hand and all that blood. Wakes up and finally sees, like, I forgot, it's a zombie. And I love his tonality. I love Akira's doesn't give a fuck face. Like, good morning, sunshine. Like, he threw his trash and hit a zombie. He doesn't even care. He cleans his room up. Like, again, for the last 3 years, he's never cleaned his room. It's always trash, beer cans everywhere, and cups of noodles. And not once has he ever got like a real good ass meal. Kind of like the Naruto effect. You know how Naruto's always eat ramen noodles every day? It's like that, and I feel bad. But Akira, having this world free of nowhere, he could finally clean his effing room. And he did. He cleaned his room, he watching the news, everything going on in this world. It's like, yeah, pretty much laid back. Think about it. If you got a zombie apocalypse, I'm pretty sure you guys would freak out or just like, you know what? I could watch my shows. That's how it is. So Akira decides go on a beer run because he forgot. We opened his fridge, he doesn't have any beer. So as he goes down, he meets a couple that is trapped in their own apartment with a bunch of zombies trying to figure out how to get out. And, and he was going to come back and bring some supplies, some toilet paper and this and that. This is the couple right here in this page. This is the couple. So, it's funny because I wish that couple would have gone with them. With Akira. That's the thing. So Akira's all free. He's riding his bike. It's kind of like the Yamushi pedal, like, hey, man. He's on a cycling thing, just running to the supermarket. He's like, beer. He's getting beer. And as soon as he went to the market, he meets her, Shizuka. I'm going to tell you this right now. And I said it on Twitter, and I'm going to say it on this channel, guys. We're already 2 episodes of this. 2 motherfucking episodes. And I got to tell you this. Best girl. That's the end of the discussion right there. Best girl of the summer. Best girl. If you'd ask me, girls that came out this season, I'm not counting repetitive characters. I'm talking about new faces that appear in a season. Or a season, like a season 2 or season 3 or premiering show. She is number 1. I'm putting her at best girl of summer 2023. This girl is legit. As soon as Akira saw her, she was minding her own business, getting everything she can to survive. Even Akira wanted to make friends with her. And I get her. I absolutely get her. I'm like, she's like, why would you take this is zombie apocalypse. You should be taking this seriously. You're not gonna find a lot of hope and dreams. This is zombie apocalypse. You gotta stop. Be serious. So when a bunch of zombies started coming in, Akira defending her, and then, leave it to Shizuka's instance to pull Akira away and get hit by a truck-kun. A zombie on a truck and just hit a bunch of zombies, which made a lot of noise. So after Shizuka stole her bike, this is what we call upgrades. This is like an upgrade, from a PS2 to a PS3 to a PS4 and a PS5. Akira's trying to get back home. So as soon as he get back home, he went from the bike to a motor scooter to a badass motorcycle, like some Daryl Dixon Walking Dead vibe, He went to Daryl from Walking Dead, got the motorcycle. Now, as soon as he climbed up to his apartment, it's sad to see the couple that he wanted to share a beer with died. It was sad. It was so sad. It's very sad, like I said, because I really wanted the couple that was below the apartment to be with Akira, but, to see them, you can't see their bodies, but you can see the blood, the footprints, the handprints. It's very sad to see that couple die. It's very sad. And Akira is just thinking about, you're going to live once. It's hard. It's very hard about that, Now, that was that. But now, and I really like this episode because it showed us how Shizuka got involved with this. Her backstory, oh my God. Her backstory, man. With her father, you gotta understand where she's coming from. You gotta understand. I ain't gonna spoil that. I'm just gonna tell you it has something to do with her parent. And trust me, you're gonna get it. Somewhere, I think it's covered in volume 1, but trust me, you're gonna get her backstory. Okay, now back to what I was saying. I like what this episode did because it was mostly on Shizuka's episode. We got to see how she was trying her communication skills from LA and trying to see what can she do to survive. So she's a very observant character. She is what she is like what we're supposed to do in a zombie apocalyptic world. Look around your surroundings. Look and see what type of zombies are there. I'm gonna call it walkers. The walking ones, the runners, and then you got the mid runners, There's different types of them. There's a slow, mid, and runners. So there's different types of zombies. There's 3 different types, and they showed us that. And you see Shizuka's daily routine, which is her cardio, this and that, and other stuff as well. And she's training her body because, again, in a zombie apocalypse, you got to stay fit. And seeing Shizuka does her things, it reminds me of a zombie movie, one that everybody should know about, Zombieland. Now, if you guys haven't watched Zombieland, it always, the rules are still there. You like cardio, double tap, enjoy the little things, and that's what Akira and Shizuka is doing. They're enjoying you got to enjoy the little things. In a zombie apocalyptic world, enjoy the little things while you can, because you may never know if you're gonna get this thing. You never know if you're gonna get the opportunity. So this shows how Shizuka got prepared for herself and in line with, and how she met Akira. So it all, Akira, that's right, Akira. So make sure that's funny. So it all makes sense as what got Shizuka know about her surroundings, know about when the truck was coming with the camera on the bike, knows who's infected or not. She's a very survivalist to the core, and I like her. And again, she is real knowledge, knowing the stuff around and knowing her environment and what to get and what not to get. She is very, very good. I mean, the sad thing about her was that she didn't get a mochi, and she has her own bucket list too. If you look at it, before you even start looking at the computer, she had her bucket list, just like Akira did. Akira had his bucket list, and he's writing down everything he had, like go skydiving, rock climbing, fell in love with the girl of your dreams, and all that kind of thing. He had every freaking list, and he's working on it. Shizuka, on the other hand, I get it. She's very strict, and I think because of what her backstory and what's going on to this one, I hope she's finding joy. I mean, I'm not going to spoil anything from this, but trust me, you guys are going to like her even more. And like I said, best girl. Now, 2 episodes in this, and you ask yourself, what's the plot? Well, here's the thing. Shizuka made the point of what's the plot all about. Management versus happiness. That's the plot of Zombie 100. Because it's like, in a zombie world, yeah, you're happy. Yeah, you can do whatever you want. Yeah, you can catch up on things that you're supposed to do this and that. You're free, you can do whatever you want. But if you don't manage it, if you don't engage or like put the systems in place to make yourself good enough to not die, there's a problem. I mean, take Dawn of the Dead, for example, one of my favorite zombie movies. Like, they're in the mall, okay? What's in the mall? Well, you can play basketball in the mall. You can go on the rooftop and look at the stars. You can do all that. But that's happiness. But managing, like in terms of look around your areas and see what distance from there to there, check what type of zombies, manage cohesive. You got to be on your toes. And that's what the whole plot is, managing versus happiness. Can you balance the two? Can you pick management over happiness or happiness over management? That's the concept of Zombie 100. Now, we just saw the opening. Great episode, by the way. Now, before I end this, let me say this. The opening. I like the opening. I like the opening. It's really catchy, especially showing all 4 of them and 4 characters in this series. It's really great to see the 4. Opening wise, I'll be honest with you. I like it. I'll give it a 6.5 to 7. I mean, it's really decent. I'm not gonna say it was bad. I mean, the opening was really good, showing all these other rainbow-tastic zombies running, different types of zombies. But I like what they're doing to that. Now, the ending is really joyful. It's like, again, for Zombie 100 being a horror comedy, and to have Akira and his friends going on the tour, like you saw with the motorcycle and you saw with the run in the RV, I like why they show that, because you're going to see how they got to that point, and just showing them, like, the ending just described it in a way Zombie 100 did. The ending shows us that, yeah, let's have some fun. It's a great time, We may not get a second chance. There is no second chance in the zombie apocalypse. Enjoy the little things and enjoy the big moment before you die. And that's what the ending did. Now, next week, is gonna be best friend of the dead. So we're gonna see Akira's best friend, best rugby friend, his BFF, best friends for life. We're gonna see him and his help with Akira with his whole bucket list and other zombies along the way. So I look forward for next week's episode of Zom 100, and I'm sure you will.